Hello and welcome to YouTube channel HealthQ, the place where our mission is to not only motivate you but help you to move on to the brighter side of the health. I am your host physiotherapist Muthanlur, and in today's video I would be answering one very important answer, and that is how to get rid of neck muscle stiffness. Now, neck muscle stiffness is a problem that not only affects people suffering from facial paralysis, but it also impacts a lot of people who are living a day-to-day life. Now, there are many reasons why neck stiffness happens, and that's why the solution for this neck stiffness also varies. But most of the time, whenever there is a muscular cause behind your neck stiffness, in fact, 4 common muscles that actually gets involved. These muscles are your sternocleidomastoid, your platysma muscle, your trapezius muscle, and your longus colli muscle. Now, let's not go into the detail of anatomy of these muscles, but let's try to understand what these muscles does. So if I explain the way these muscles are positioned around the neck region, I've actually surrounded the entire neck area, which means that these muscles surrounds or covers your entire neck region. So whenever these muscles either get tight or weak, it will eventually lead to muscle stiffness. And most of the time what happens is one group of muscle, which comprises of 2 muscles, will be weaker and the opposing group will be shorter or else tighter. That will eventually lead to a neck stiffness. Now, what are the conditions in which this neck stiffness can happen? As I mentioned, Bell's palsy, yes, people suffering from chronic facial paralysis or Bell's palsy definitely develops neck stiffness. Sometimes very mild, that it does not feel as a part of a problem, to sometimes very extreme where they feel typical stiffness, at the same time muscular pain and pulse. Apart from that, torticollis, also called as wry neck, is a very common problem due to which a patient or as a person can experience neck stiffness. Torticollis is a condition can not only affect adults but can also affect children. Not only that, people who have got cervical spondylosis or any sort of degenerative changes in the cervical spine are more prone to develop neck stiffness. And last but not the least, people who have got neck injuries due to fall or road traffic accident or else have got some infections around the neck region are also prone to develop neck stiffness. One more inflammatory condition, which is called as lymphedema, also a condition where the lymph node gets inflamed around the neck and ear region, could lead to neck and shoulder stiffness. So, how to deal with it? I'm going to share with you my top 5 tips. So, here they are. Number 1 is take the help of hot or cold fermentation depending on the acuteness or chronicness of the symptoms. If your problem is very acute, if your problem is not from a neurological disorder, at that time, or else I can reverse it and say that if your problem is muscular and acute, then you should take help of cold pack or cold fermentation to reduce your neck stiffness. But at the same time, if your problem is chronic, or else if your problem is coming from an inflammatory, or you can say if the problem is coming from more of a neurological background, then hot fermentation would be a better choice. Second thing is the help of machines or modalities. Sometimes TENS therapy is very effective, ultrasound therapy is very effective in getting good results from the neck stiffness. What happens is when your muscles are overly contracted, they become tight and spasmodic, and TENS, ultrasound therapy or any sort of electrotherapy modalities helps to reduce that stress, that spasm, and thus allow the neck to relax. The third thing that can be done is doing gentle exercises. Making sure to do regular neck range of motion exercises in pain-free range makes sure that the muscles are flexible, they are supple, there is good blood circulation that is going on, so that the neck stiffness will gradually improve. Fourth thing that you can do is massages. Yes, massages have got tremendous effect in reducing stiffness because they also relax your muscles. So simple massages, effleurage or else deep friction massage, you can go to a physiotherapist and they would be able to help you out with the neck massages. And last but not the least is exercises. Yes, I mentioned one exercise before, but here what I mean is a regular exercise for prevention of neck stiffness. Yes, if you keep your neck shoulder well functional, with the help of regular exercises. If you keep your posture correct, then eventually you would be able to maintain your neck stiffness. Now, let me show you some simple stretches or a simple techniques which you can practice in order to get rid of neck stiffness. So, for the exercise, what you can do, you can take a TheraBand. Now, this is not to give any resistance, just to give a neck support. And if you don't have this one, you can use a simple bed sheet or else a towel roll. Now, what I'm going to do is, I'm going to roll this bed sheet like this. I'm going to place it around my neck region. So now what will this do is, this will give me a support system, an additional tool to facilitate or enable better neck movements. Alright, so let's say if I have to work on my neck bending and I have stiffness around the neck, what I can do is I can pull this forward and I can do some chin tucks. Chin tucks are making double chin, like this. So I just need to pull this forward and then make chin tucks. Even 5 to 10 repetitions are good enough. Now let's see how to work on your neck rotations. So again, you have to use the hands. Pull the bedsheet roll towards the wall or it's away from the body. Pull one hand down and rotate the neck from the other side. With this, you will be able to work on your range and gradually you will be able to work on reducing your stiffness. Similarly, on the other side, and relax. The next common stiffness that people have is in side bending. So how to work on that? Simplest way, take your hand, pull it and keep it near your neck and gently do a passive bending of your neck, so that you can work on neck bending to the point you can and then come back. And relax. Apart from that, let's say if you have more stiffness in the front neck muscle, what you can do is you can also do this massage or release technique, which is also very effective. You need to use the tip of your fingers, place it around the neck region and glide your fingers on this platysma muscle while looking up. Now, this is one of my favorite exercise which I share with almost all of my patients who experience neck stiffness. Similarly, you can do on the side as well. And then on the other side. And on back as well. So isn't this simple? Yes. So these were my 5 tips and a small demonstration on the things that you can do to reduce your neck stiffness. I hope you found this video helpful. If yes, make sure to like this video, share this video with your friends and family members, and do not forget to subscribe to HealthQ channel. I'll see you in another video. Thank you.